Hello, Liat.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I am so happy to do this with you and to have this interview to talk about your journey in your business and also in the Born to Do Business program, because I find your journey to be so inspiring. And I'm so happy that other people are going to hear about that journey and are going to be inspired and are going to probably learn from your journey so that they can apply it also into their business or their project or their dreams, right? We were just talking about dreams. So thank you so much for taking the time to doing this. And we're just going to go through a few questions and see where you were before you started the program, before you started working with me, where you are today, and what happened in between. Okay?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to start by introducing yourself first so that everyone knows who you are?
Sure. So, hi, my name is Liat Behr, and I'm a copywriting and brand messaging strategist. And I was working with Natalie on building my creative agency.
Yeah, that was the exciting part. Exactly. Great. So can you take us back in time and tell us where you were, what were your challenges before you started the Born to Do Business program, before we started working together? Can you remind us what were your challenges?
Sure. So before I came to you, I had and I still have this really, really big vision of my creative agency and what I wanted to be, and all the good that I wanted put into the world with that creative agency. And this vision was so big that I had no idea how I go from where I am now to where I want to be. And that really put me in a very tough spot, like wrestling with myself and not knowing how to do it and feeling completely overwhelmed. And when you get all these feelings, you're like, oh, I really can't do it. It's just an idea, whatever. And then I realized if I'm serious about this idea, then I need to do something about it, and I need to move forward, and I need to find the person who's going to help me to move forward. And that's when I came to you.
Yeah, no, you did. I remember that time when you first came to me and you had like really this huge vision that is still your vision, and it was overwhelming. And I actually can relate to that because that's also why I created the Born to Do business, right? It's the business that you were born to do, right? Because it's those people that have, and I'm sure people that are listening are also people that have visions, that have big goals, big dreams, and they have no idea how to do it. And that's what I love doing. This is my passion, is really helping, like, say, okay, this is your vision, let's see how we're going to be able to make it happen. And so you did join the program, we worked together, and I'm going to ask you two questions. What were your accomplishments in your personal development, because we know that having a business is also working on ourselves, and what were also your accomplishment on a business level? Can you share that with us?
Sure. So on the personal level, it was really working on mindset and understanding, like, you really drilled this into me, like how much my business is inside me. Everything I need to do, everything I need to build, it's inside. Like stop being in this mindset where you think you don't know how to do and you don't know the next step. And that's really where I was. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. And I kept telling myself, I don't know how to do this, and reaffirming that. And instead of doing that, you kept reaffirming to me, it's all inside you. It's all inside you. It's all inside you. You know the answers. So that, like, on the personal development level, like it's a complete switch. It changed everything. It changed how I do things, how I look at things, how I understand things, how I break things down. That's one. On the professional side, what it's done for me is it's changed the way I work. In other words, first of all, I understand that Eve Created 20.0 is not, my first step. Eve Creative 1.0 is my first step. So once you think like that, it's a complete game changer, because what I've done now in my own process is I've won through the work that we've done. I know that I understand the different elements of a business and where my attention needs to go. And two, I have once a week where I have a chunk of time where I'm working on my business. So whatever happens, that's what I'm doing during those hours, and don't bother me, and I can't do anything else, and I will not make plans because I am busy building my business, and that's like a thing that I'm working on. So yeah.
Wow, I love it. I love it because it sounds so simple once you do it, but really it starts with how much time you're going to invest into an idea, a project, a dream, because if you don't invest the time, then nothing is going to happen, right?
Sure, but I think it's even before that, it's understanding that you're capable of building that dream, that you're capable of going to where you want to go, of understanding you need to decide how important your dream is to you, right? Is your dream so big and you're in the mindset that you can't do it? Or, do you work with Natalie and change your mindset and get to where you want to go in terms of like what you believe that you can do? Forget about the actual building. And then once you get to the point where you see that you believe in yourself, like forget about everybody else believing in you. Like once you understand that you believe in yourself and your dream is important enough to you that you want to build it, because both of those elements are important, then you can go to the next step and say, okay, now I'm changing the way I'm working, and start building from there.
Wow, 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 wow. Amazing. Really inspiring. Let me ask you something. You were in the program and we worked together and you were part of the program. And I want to ask you, what was the thing that you liked the most in the program?
So what did I like most? Okay, so two things. One is I really enjoyed, my sessions with you, because I always learned something. I always came in before thinking, okay, this is what we're gonna discuss, and this is what I'm gonna get out of it. It was never what I thought. It was always something else, and it like, really created this like mind shift of what I'm doing, how I need to do it, and how I need to think about it. And the second thing is I didn't realize when I signed up that there was going to be like really almost a 360, that it's not just my sessions with you. Like, great, I had a session with you once a month, but during all of those weeks leading up to that session, there were the masterminds, and later I also started taking advantage of the modules that you have on your site, and so the fact that you attract such a great group of people to the program, and you meet with them and you teach them, and then you have sessions for Q&A, like all of these things like really supported me in helping and helped me move forward, and also understand how vital it is that I take the time to actually build my business, and it doesn't remain in just a dream.
Right. Yeah, that is something that I get a lot. People say, oh, I want to work with you, right? And then they come to the program and they see, oh, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this. So people don't realize it. So I'm very happy that.
So I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was going to be just sessions with you. And there was just a lot more than that really helped.
Right. And I love what you said about the 360, because it is my goal. My goal is really to provide a holistic approach where anything that a business entrepreneur would need, they would have, whether it's individual, group. So I'm very happy that you saw that and you gained from that. That's really great. So let me ask you last question. If someone would come to you and say, I have a dream, just like you, right? I have a dream, I have a big vision, and this is something I really want to do. What would be the one advice that you would give them so that they can move forward with their dream?
So I think that everybody's process is different, but I think that when a person is feeling overwhelmed, at least I know when I was feeling overwhelmed, and I really I just didn't know what to do. And when you want to move forward, you need to find that person that you're going to trust and you're going to want to work with them. So with me, it was working with you. Like I think that was, you know, a great decision that I made to join the program and have sessions with you and gain all the other benefits. But I think that the one thing, don't keep your business in your mind. Like you're going to be, you know, ruminating in your own mind. And it's very, very hard to get out of your head. And that's what you need to do when you feel overwhelmed. You need to get out of your head and you need to speak to people, and you need to, and that's also another thing that you encouraged me to do. You said, go tell your friends about your business, talk about your business. And I mean, I did something that was completely not me. And you know, on my birthday, I invited like a bunch of friends, you know, got like snacks and stuff and presented my creative agency to them. And they were super supportive. The insights I got were like out of this world. It's not something that I could have done. Like, I wouldn't have done that if you didn't. And you were very matter of fact. You were like, go tell your friends about it. So I was like, yeah, I was going to swear, but I'm not going to. But that's what was going through my mind. Like, how am I going to do that? And and whatever, you really got me over that hurdle of like, stop, you know, yes, your business is all, it's, everything is inside of you, but you don't need to keep it in your head and, you know, start going crazy with, just talk about it, get it out, speak to people who you trust, people who are going to support you. And that's very important, finding those people, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And I said last question, but when you're talking, I want to add one more question, because I know that was something that we discussed a lot, you and I, is, okay, we have a dream, we have a project, we have a vision, probably a long-term vision, but how do we manage the money generating activities now, right? This whole balance between, I need to make money with the business that I have now, but I also have this big vision of something, like you said, 20.0, that I want to happen in the long term. And I know we spoke a lot about that. I would love for you to share, like, how do we, what did you get out of, you know, working together from this? How do we get this balance of, I still need to make money, but I'm still going to work on my long-term vision?
So I actually think that's a really important point, because even though I didn't call it EGA and MGA and I didn't know your concepts, but I still knew that I need to do something now and I need to do something for the future, but I didn't know how to manage it. Like, that was like, great, I knew it in theory, but I think one of the things that came out of working with you is that today I'm able to manage it, in the sense that, yes, I work with my ongoing clients. I don't say that I'm building a creative agency because it's not relevant to them. I do tell new connections that I want to work with, and that I, you know, see a future, that this is what I'm doing, and, you know, try to get people's help on getting me there. But I think the most important thing is really having a chunk in my week, you know, having it's like a half day in my week where it's dedicated, you know, to that, you know, building my creative agency. And but it's also knowing that, yes, you don't need to do everything at, you know, not everything needs to happen at once. And it's okay to keep building what you're doing and have money coming in while you're working on building something towards a future.
Exactly. Yeah. And just for people that are listening, the EGA and MGA is money generating activities. They're the things that you continue doing to make money. And the exponential, EGA is exponential growth activities that you do for the big vision. And I find that this is a challenge that most entrepreneurs have, because we always have those new ideas and those new projects, and we don't know, like, what do I start with? Do I make money first? Do I work on my project? And I love the way that you put it all together and you were able to work on both and to still make money and still work on your long-term vision. So thank you so much for sharing, Liat. I think that this is priceless. So much, so many nuggets that you're sharing with entrepreneurs who are going to be inspired, who are going to continue making money, continue working on their dreams. And if they want to join the program, well, you gave them great information on what's happening inside the program. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed working with you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed working with you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. And I'm sure that we're going to hear great things about your creative agency. So this is going to be priceless, I'm sure. Thank you so much, Liat.
Thank you. Thank you.